with my old nigga, he was just a lease. I ride around town till I leave. I gave that boy rounds, but I'm back to the street like.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am vlogging for you guys. So in my last video, if y'all did not watch it, go and watch that video, because in that video I was talking about maybe like going through my journey and like with therapy or whatever, with counseling, I guess. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So I decided I'm going to do that. So today I had a little little therapy session, and like that's what I've been doing because you can't go into offices, whatever. But I started like, I would say the beginning of November, like the second week or maybe the first week. I don't really remember. But yeah, so I've been in therapy since then, and it's been going like okay. Like I can't really say, because you know I just started. Like I've been in therapy before when I was younger, and I did not like it at all. And I think it's because it was forced on me. And then when I was in high school, I had it. When I was in high school, when I had it, it was okay, but I don't think I really liked it that much because it was like a high school like counselor, therapist, whatever. But so yeah, so I'm about to like, you know, bring on my journey with that. The reason I will tell you guys the reason why I am in therapy. So like I have depression and anxiety very bad, and it's from my childhood and like when I was in high school and stuff, of things that happened to me, and just, you know, dealing with being in a wheelchair and stuff like that. And like it's really where it comes from. And then like I would say, I think it was October. I went through like something, they still don't know what it is yet. I have to go for my test in like December, I think it's December 29th. But I'm back normal, so I feel like they're not gonna find nothing, but I still gonna go. But it's like my whole body had went numb. Like it's like it was sleep. Like, you know how like when you like, it's like say you go in the bathroom and you sit on the toilet and your legs go sleep. Like it was like that, and it was like my whole body. And I didn't know what was going on or whatever, so, because that's not normal. Like I know I can feel everything, and it was just sleep. My body was tingling, like it was just horrible. And like my neck, like this whole side of my neck was like so stiff. It was swollen. Like my back on my right side was swollen. And guys, I am right-handed too, so it's like my right side was my worst side, so it was bad because I do everything with my right hand. So it was just really annoying. So I had to switch and learn how to do stuff with my left hand, so I couldn't like do anything really. Well, I just couldn't write anything, and that was annoying. But so when that was happening, I was just thinking like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? Like, this is not normal. Like, why can't I move? Like, well, I can move, but like it was like so stiff. Like I felt like a rock, kind of. Like it felt like how you feel when you asleep, basically. But it just felt so weird, and it was just tingling all the time. So I went to the emergency room, and then they had told me that it can be MS or whatever. So that scared me so bad, because I was already scared, because I'm like, what's happening? So when I went to the emergency room, I went to urgent care. And that's what the lady had said. That's what it could be, because I have spinal muscular atrophy. But yeah, so that's what she said. And then she had gave me like, and then she had gave me like a referral to go to the actual ER. So I went to the ER, whatever. They had what did I do? So when I went to the ER that day, I didn't eat nothing, I didn't drink nothing that day, and remind you, I smoked marijuana to get me through the day because of my anxiety or whatever. And so I didn't eat or nothing, and I'm on birth control. And with my birth control, I have to eat when I take it, and like a little bit after I take it. Sometimes if I don't eat enough when I take it, or I will throw up and I will be sick. But I don't know why that happens, but I don't know. I think it's because I don't know. But yeah, so that's what happened. So when I was in there, because I had to go from the urgent care then to the ER, I haven't ate nothing all day. I'm sitting there for hours at both. So I get there, I'm starving. So I'm sitting there about to die from hunger. When I don't eat and I don't drink, I throw up automatically. I get sick and stuff right there. So I'm in the room or whatever, and I'm throwing up. So they thinking it's something else wrong with me and not what the heck I came there for. So they're doing all these extra tests on me, giving me all these medicines because I'm throwing up. And I'm like, can you stop giving me stuff? Because what, Jalen? Go so I can finish this so I can get ready. Okay, so oh, my hair looks horrible. Okay, so what the fuck was I saying? Okay, so I'm like, can you stop giving me stuff? Like, I'm sick because I haven't ate all day, and I'm telling them like, this is why I'm throwing up, this is why I don't feel good, this is why I have fever, whatever, and I'm scared. So that's why my heart is on 1,000. That's why I'm hot. When I'm scared, I get hot. I'm shaking, and my heart is not normal. So I'm telling them this, they're not believing me. So they give me some pill to try to make me stop throwing up. It didn't work because I'm hungry. So I'm like, I'm hungry, I need to eat. They give me this gel freaking sandwich, and I couldn't eat it because there was nothing on it. The bread tasted, it was so hard, it was just getting stuck in my mouth. The meat tasted nasty. Like, they didn't give me nothing with it. And then they gave me some water, whatever. So I'm like, what the fuck? This water is about to make me throw up. Like, it's not freaking food. Because I could not eat that nasty ass sandwich. So I'm sitting there, whatever, dying still. So they come back in, I'm still throwing up or whatever. And they give me something else. They gave me, what did she give me? And then they gave me some other pill to go under my tongue for it to dissolve. And that didn't do nothing. I was still sick because I'm fucking hungry. And so then this lady come back in there. No, the doctor and the lady come back in there. And they asking me what's wrong, blah, blah, blah. And they started checking me, whatever. And then they talking about, so I had spinal surgery when I was younger because I have scoliosis. And that is really, I don't know if it's the cause of why I'm in a wheelchair, but it's part of it because my spine was crooked, like it was shaped like an S. And they had to fix it because it was messing with my lungs. And I couldn't breathe. I had asthma, all that stuff. So that's why I had my back surgery or whatever. And so they're like, well, it could be from that. Something could be wrong. A nerve could be touching something. Like, something could be wrong, whatever. So they're scaring the crap out of me. Like, I haven't seen my back doctors since I was a kid. Like, so I'm like, what? Like, I was just scared. So I got my dad on the phone every day talking to him. And they telling him, like, my dad telling them my medical history or whatever. Because I really don't know. Well, now I know, but I didn't really know. Because I was scared, like, to know, like, what was really wrong with me, you know? Okay, my arm got tired. Okay, so yeah, he's talking to them or whatever. And then my dad gets off the phone or whatever. They was like, well, we see, you smoke a lot of weed. That could be the cause of why you're throwing up and you're sick or whatever. I'm like, no, it's not. And then they was like, because if you smoke, there was like, it's a lot in your system, so it's like you smoke it every day. I'm like, I do. And it was like, well, some people, if they smoke too much, it makes them sick. It's like an overdose, blah blah blah. So I'm sitting there just listening, because I'm like, this is not why I'm throwing up. This is not why any of this is happening. So they're like, well, we're gonna give you this shot, whatever. It's for it's like some shot for if you like you get sick from smoking too much weed or whatever. And they gave it to me in my butt. When I tell you, it hurted so bad. I was so mad. But I stopped throwing up or whatever. I was still nauseous, very nauseous. But I stopped throwing up because they gave me some orange juice. And then I had like 8 pieces of the meat out of the sandwich. Even though that was making me nauseous and my junk was nasty. But I think that's what helped. Was I ate a little bit and I started drinking orange juice. I started drinking water after that. And then I had gotten to bed because I was still very, very nauseous. And I still was feeling very weak. And then they had told me, they had took my blood or whatever. And they was like, you're super, super, super dehydrated, whatever. So that's probably why I feel dead right now. And then so I had them have, because Jalen could not come in there with me at neither places. So I'm like, I had to go to the bathroom or whatever. Can my boyfriend come here? And he was like, yeah, he can come in, whatever. So he came in and he assisted me in the bathroom. And then we went back in the room and then I got in the bed. And they let him stay in the room with me and stuff. So then they came back in. And they was like, well, just in case, since you do have a fever and you're throwing up, we're going to give you the COVID test. So they gave me that. I'm half dead, so I really didn't feel it. Afterwards, I just kept sneezing like crazy. So then I'm on an IV or whatever. Like, it's like, and at this point, it's 4 or 3 in the morning. And mind you, I went there like 2. I went to the urgent care like maybe 5. I would say 5. So, he come in there and it was like, they took urine and all that crap. I don't remember. They didn't really tell me nothing because they told me I didn't have corona. So I'm like, okay, now y'all see, I'm really here. I'm here for. So then it was like, well, since you have you had the surgery, you might have a rod in your back, so you might not be able to do a CAT scan. Was it the CT? One of them two. And so then I'm like, okay. So they got me a specialist, whatever. And then they was like, we got you a specialist, whatever. You gotta they will call you, make an appointment, and then make an appointment with the person that did your spinal surgery. Okay, they sent me home. So I was still sick for a couple days after. I think like 2 more days after that. And I found out that it was from the seafood boil I had because it was too spicy. Because the one I had before that, I had got like mild. And then I got it again like a couple days before that. I had got like the hottest one they had. And then I noticed like when I was throwing up, that shit was hot. Like my throat was hot, my stomach was hot, my chest was hot. I was like, I was thinking like, what the fuck is the last spicy shit I had? When I eat hot stuff or, you know, anything like that, I get heartburn and stuff like that. So I knew it had to be something like that. And I was like, what did I have? And I remember it was that. Like, oh shit, it was that. And then so I'm like, oh, that's all sick. So now I know I can't get the extremely hot or whatever. But so then I know I went to go see my surgeon. He did x-rays or whatever. He said everything's perfectly fine, everything's looking normal or whatever. And then that was it with him. And then I went to the emergency room again because it was getting worse. Like first I was still able to do stuff, I was still able to write and stuff, all that, but then I was completely able not to do anything. Like I was spilling stuff, I wasn't able to hold nothing, I wasn't able to grip nothing like that. So then I went to the emergency room again, and then I was scared out of my mind because I'm thinking I'm losing my feeling, I'm losing my mobility, like what is going on. So I'm scared, my heart racing, I'm sweating, I'm going nuts. We get to the emergency room, the lady thinks I got COVID because my heart is like 120 something, my heart rate, and then my temperature was high, and I'm telling her like, no, this is because of this. She's like, okay, whatever. She didn't believe me, but they didn't give me another COVID test or whatever. But then they got me in the room, whatever, and they did the thing on my brain. to make sure it wasn't nothing wrong there, and it wasn't, whatever. So then they were trying to get blood again, and then they couldn't find a vein. I don't know why, but like after my numbness happened, like every time I went to the doctor and they tried to take blood, it was very, 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 very difficult. So I went to the emergency room. They couldn't get no blood. So then they sent me home or whatever, because they're like, you have to wait till you see the specialist, because there's nothing that we can do, blah blah. Because the emergency room that have the thing to scan my body was at the hospital I go to, like, but it's the one downtown, and that's the main hospital. So that's what it's packed 24/7. So, and we go to the emergency room, you're not gonna get in like 8 hours probably. So I just didn't do that. So I was just dealing with it. So I finally went to go see my doctor, and I was like expressing to her how I felt, and then she told me that she should probably think I should see a therapist, because at this point I didn't want to like live anymore, because I'm like, if I can't do anything anymore, I'm already in a wheelchair. So if I can't do anything for myself, do anything, what's the point, you know? So then she was like, oh, you need to see a therapist, blah blah blah. And then I finally got to see this specialist. Remind you, this is like the first week of October. I didn't go see my doctor until November 11th. I didn't go see, November 7th. I didn't go see the specialist until November 11th. So November 11th, I went to the specialist or whatever. And then by then, I'm back to normal now, as you can see. Perfectly fine. So everything's good. I'm there. I'm telling her, like, I just have tingles, whatever. I just get tingles in my fingers. Like right now, just the tips of my fingers are tingle, and that's it. But she was like, well, it could be inflammation, an infection in my back or whatever, or it could be something hitting all of my nerves down my spine. But she was like, she believes that it's inflammation, because the infection, like, it's like two kind of infections, but she believes the infection that she believes it's the infection that heals itself. So she was like telling me like she believes that because I'm getting better, it's resolving itself. And she said it takes a couple of weeks, which it did. So but she said it's this test I have to get, and like basically it electrocutes or shocks my nerves, and then they put needles into my nerves or something. So that's my next step as of right now, and that's why I was so sad. And that's not until December 29th, and I'm better now. I just have the tingles. So my dad said I should still go and get that, and they said it's very painful. But we don't want to go get it since I'm feeling a lot better. But I'm gonna go get it because they can still probably find something. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I was so sad, because I'm like, what is happening to me? Like, all these other horrible things have happened to me. Very traumatic things happened to me. Like, why do this have to happen to me too? Like, why can't I have something good, happen? So that's what it was really at. And then now it's like that stuff, and then me like trying to be okay with being in a wheelchair, and then I just like right now I feel like it's impossible for me to do things because of my disability. So I'm working on that, and I'm working on trying to find things that can make me genuinely happy and make me happy. I want to feel happiness, So that's just where I'm at with my therapy. But I'm not, yeah. So yeah, I just started. I've been talking for too long, and I have to get ready. So yeah.